L-Train_32. One rule change you would make if you were NBA commissioner right now. What you think, Zach? What you doing?
Well, the main one they already did. They letting boys smoke on some of that tree, so I'm cool. But I think the rule that they put in that's kind of messing up with James Harden game. You know, you get your hands caught, or if the offensive players making a move to get your hands caught, they're not calling that foul. And I think that's bullshit, because you got to commend James for having the IQ. If your ass can't slide your feet and keep your hands out the way, and I'm smart enough to lock your hands, and every time I go up for a layup, I should go to the line and get 2 free throws. I hate that rule. I think it's really messing up the game. It's really helping the defenders. It's bailing them out, because as you know, Jamal, a lot of people don't want to play defense anyway, and then when you're going against a guy like James Harden, you automatically thinking it's impossible. So for James to have the IQ and lock players in like that and to be able to go to the line, for them to change that rule, I think that's the only one I give up on.
I think James' IQ is the most underrated part of his game. Nobody talks about that. We talk about his scoring, his step back, his handle, his craftiness, his strength. His IQ, his basketball intelligence. People forget when he was with the Thunder, running point guard late in the game in the fourth quarter. It wasn't in KD and Russ's hands. It was in James' hands making decisions. So he had became like the Black Ginobili at that time. You know what I mean? Like he was on a left-handed run, but as a sixth man. But if I had one rule change, if I was commissioner for the day, it would be, I'm taking 2. Forget it, I'm taking 2. The first one, I would put 15 people on the All-Star game, because we have 12, and there's always a couple snubs each year. I think we get rid of those snubs.
I would have made it. I would have made one. If that was the case, I would have made one.
I would have made one too, Stack. That's what I'm saying. And there's Lou Will would have made one. You would have had Monte make one. You would have had a bunch of people make All-Star games, even if they only had one opportunity, because those snubs that 1 year, they really deserve it. They don't get in because it's been a repeat offender, a guy who's been there 7, 8, 9 times. And to the guy going 7, 8, 9 times, it's like, okay, I'm going again. I don't even want to play in it, really. I'm just happy I made an All-Star game. That guy's going
once. And getting that check.
And the guy that's going once is like, you know what? This is my only time I can officially retire, saying I was an All-Star in this league. You know what I mean? So that part of it. And then the second one, I would require, with the league being younger, I would require 2 vets on each team. 2 vets that have 10 years or more on each team, because right now it's the blind leading the blind. We need more vets in the league showing the young guys the way. I didn't learn to be a pro until I had pros around me. Charles Oakley, Scottie Pippen, Rick Brunson, Kendall Gill, Jalen Rose. I didn't learn to be a pro until I had those guys around me. Being on time is being early, not eating McDonald's before games. And I think that's what's missing the game today.